Okay, this is all coming after we saw monsoon level rain pouring down across the Wasatch Front we've been talking about and showing you. Now, Jill, as you mentioned, that we could be seeing kind of a repeat of what happened yesterday.
Yes, exactly. So we have a flood watch in effect across eastern Utah, and basically a flood watch means just that. We're watching the area for the potential of flash flooding. This is in effect now. It goes all day today into tonight and into early tomorrow morning for all these areas in green. Now, an area that we've been watching, but now this warning has just expired just 30 seconds ago, but it was just to the north of Circleville in southwestern Piute County over the Cottonwood burn scar. There was a flash flood warning where we've been seeing active flash flooding this morning because of heavy rain. I want to show you some of these heavy thunderstorms that went through this area overnight while you were sleeping. And this is what prompted that flash flood warning, which is now out of effect, but has been in effect the last couple of hours from all this heavy rain. Didn't hit Beaver, but hit areas north of Circleville in that southwestern Piute County area. We're still tracking a few rain showers that are moving out of Delta this morning. We're also tracking some rain moving into Nephi. We'll look at that in just a minute, and Utah County. We've had some stronger thunderstorms moving across the Great Salt Lake this morning as well. Here's some of those Utah County showers. You can see some minor thunderstorms have moved through this area, and they're actually sitting right to the west of Provo and kind of getting Springville wet and Spanish Fort, Payson, Santaquin a little bit wet this morning as well. You can see the mostly cloudy skies behind me. And our time frame for some heavier thunderstorm activity today is going to be from late morning till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Notice too, our temperatures stay a lot cooler today than yesterday's 99. We'll stay in the low 90s instead of the upper 90s today.
Nice to have it a little cooler for sure, Jill. Thank you very much for that.
Hey, we want to give you a live look now at the roads in Beaver County this morning.
Oh, it's holiday.
That's holiday. The east side belt, that is looking good. And now we want to take you to Beaver County this morning. The city of Beaver also seeing some of that lightning that we've been talking about overnight, and I-15 is clear at this hour, but it might take quite a while to assess the damage done by all that flash flooding. Even some roadways. One roadway was totally wiped out going in and out of Beaver.
Yeah, just incredible. That road is State Route 153, which has been closed indefinitely after parts of it were washed away and destroyed. While that route is not critical for public or evacuation travel, the damage to it could impact recovery and rebuilding operations for Eagle Point Resort, severely damaged by the Cottonwood Fire.
Well, we have Annika Johns live this morning with a look at all that damage done and how long it'll take and how much it'll cost. Annika?
Yeah, good morning. So large rocks and debris completely cover this once scenic route that takes you through Beaver Canyon. Now, large sections of this road are actually completely gone at this point, leaving behind not only a hefty bill, but years of work ahead. Now, UDOT says that this closure begins near a milepost 7.5, where debris has completely blocked the highway. However, the most severe damage is concentrated between mileposts 7.5 and 10.5, where within that 3-mile stretch, multiple sections of road have been destroyed. Near milepost 14, floodwater undercut the highway and washed about half of the roadway into the river.
We're still having issues even gaining access at this point.
Kevin Kitchen with UDOT says that the full extent of the damage is not yet known. UDOT is currently assessing the damage from the air and the ground to develop a repair plan as quickly as possible. But with more storms continuing to roll in, it's just not safe. UDOT says they're working in coordination with Beaver County, Beaver City, various public safety agencies, Eagle Point Resort, and other partners.
It's going to be a long haul before that road is rebuilt.
So this is something that will take both time and money to get to. Yeah, it's going to be significant.
Now, UDOT says with State Route 153 washed out, they're prioritizing protecting I-15 and Main Street through Beaver. Now, both of these roadways serve as primary evacuation routes for the community out there. So they're asking for travelers who are going through that area to listen to the law enforcement and other agencies out there as they direct traffic. Reporting live, Annika Johns, KUTV 2 News.
Thanks, Annika.
Well, the mayor of Beaver says between 150 and 200 homes have been damaged by that flooding off the burn scar of the Cottonwood Fire. As we said, it destroyed parts of Highway 153. It also disabled the city's hydropower system, wiped out a water line, leaving residents relying on bottled water for quite some time. That fire's burn scar is channeling the runoff into Beaver Canyon, making even small storms a serious flood threat.
I think that it's something that we shouldn't think of at, hey, this might happen. I think that we should plan on it happening. You know, you try not to be a doomsdayer, you try not to always take the worst case scenario, but when you're trying to protect people's lives and as a secondary priority, property and infrastructure, you have to take it seriously. I think that we should plan on the fact that it will happen again.
And with more rain in the forecast, the city is focused on protecting residents, restoring that drinking water, and also repairing critical infrastructure now.
Heavy rain caused a wash to overflow in Beaver County, sending water across State Route 24 and several county roads. Officials say one newly built home took a small amount of water in its basement, but no major damage was reported. UDOT says State Route 24 has since reopened. A section of the Mill Creek Parkway in Moab is closed after a large tree fell during last night's storm. The tree blocks the path between 400 East and Rotary Park. City crews plan to remove the tree and debris this morning. Residents are asked to avoid the area until all the work is done.
And we're not the only ones facing serious flash flooding and emergency declarations. Here's a live look from an Appalachian outpost in West Virginia. Courtesy of EarthCam, looks wet there. Severe thunderstorms unleashed catastrophic flooding across parts of central West Virginia. And while the National Weather Service did declare a flash flood emergency, the flooding already reached historic level, with the Sand Run stream gauge cresting at 10.6 feet. That was last night. The flooding prompted the governor, Patrick Morrisey, to declare a state of emergency for all 55 counties in West Virginia, so state agencies can now coordinate and deploy personnel and equipment as needed. West Virginia National Guard says about 300 Guard members are expected to help out in the hardest hit areas this morning.
And from the live desk, it is 6:07 here with a live look at FlightAware's misery map, where hundreds of flights are disrupted after last night's storms. A total of 207 cancellations and 173 delays, with majority of flyers affected in New York, D.C. and Boston this morning. Here in Salt Lake, we saw 7 flights canceled. Across the eastern part of the country, more than 100,000 people are still without power, and at least 8 tornadoes were reported overnight across 5 states. The National Weather Service will conduct survey damage today.